Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you my collection of 1960s vintage Barbies. There is one here that is not 1960s. She is at the far right on the second row. She was manufactured and sold in 1970, known as the Talking and Walking Barbie. I'm going to individually showcase each doll in a separate video, but for this opening of this series, I'm going to show you what I have in terms of my vintage Barbie collection of the 1960s. The first one that I have here is the 1961 Ponytail Barbie, and she is number 5. In this particular group of ponytail Barbies that were offered in 1960s, the first one was sold in 1959, and thereafter there were 7 variations. So they were numbered from Barbie number 1 to number 7. The second one is a bubble cut Barbie. She was released in 1962. And she is characterized by her bubble cut hairstyle. The next one is Ken, and he was released in 1962. He is Barbie's boyfriend. The first Ken that was released had flocked hair. This one is a later version, and he has molded and painted on hair. This one is called Fashion Queen Barbie. She was released in 1963. She came only with a molded hair, and there is a painted headband on her. Sometimes it comes in blue and sometimes orange. And this one I just replaced with a ribbon because the paint was already scratched off. This particular one did not come with wigs, but originally she came with 3 wigs that you could interchange and style as well. The last one on the first row of these vintage Barbies is called the Swirl Barbie. The Swirl Barbie was released in 1964, and she is characterized by the swirl of her bangs. The first one in the second row is Miss Barbie. She was released in 1964 and is characterized by her sleep eyes, the only sleep-eyed Barbie in 1964. The second doll on the second row is Midge. Midge is the best friend of Barbie, and she was released in 1963. She doesn't have any molded eyelashes. Her eyes are only painted on, and she has freckles. Her hair here is the original set that she came with, which is a flip curl. The third doll on the second row is American Barbie. She was released in 1965, and her hair is a page boy cut. She did come in different variations, as in blonde, brunette, and this one, which is slightly more of a reddish tint to her hair. She did have molded eyelashes as well. In 1967, Barbie changed into a different mold. It was still based on the ponytail Barbie with a longer face, but this one has real eyelashes that's rooted into the face of the doll. Also, the body changed, and it is known as a twist and turn Barbie because at the waistline you can now twist her. The twisted mechanism was introduced. The first doll on the third row is called Casey. She was introduced in 1966. Casey is interesting because she is a friend of Barbie only, but her body is a twist and turn. So it was actually introduced before the actual twist and turn Barbie. So this is an interesting one. I would consider Casey here, this particular doll, as a transition one because her body has the twist and turn body. There may be other body types of Caseys out there, but I haven't looked at them very closely. I will add that Casey has rooted eyelashes as well. The previous doll that I have shown you, which is the twist and turn Barbie, that is dated 1970. So it is not a 1967 Barbie. This doll is called Stacy. She was sold in 1969 as one of Barbie's friends. As you can see here, she also has the rooted eyelash and also the twist and turn body. The last one is Julia. And Julia was sold in 1969. She's an African American doll. She also has rooted eyelashes and she has the oxidized red hair. So the original one was slightly lighter. This one had darkened through time. So these are my 1960s vintage Barbie dolls with the exception of one. I will be going through each and every one of them as I do in terms of documenting their body types and markings. Thank you for watching.